So we are with Will's downtown East Side, East Vancouver, ground zero for the drug war. Are you a drug user?
Yeah,
How long have you been a drug user?
since I was 13, so around 42 this year. A long time.
Do you want to die?
No?
Do you want to get clean?
No?
Do you believe in God?
Yeah?
So you want to keep using, and what do you consider your life purpose?
To help people.
To help people?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay. How do you help people?
Well, by being there for them when they need you.
Okay.
You know? I'm a friend who's actually a real friend, you know?
Okay.
Just
So
because a person uses drugs doesn't mean that they're a bad person.
I know.
I mean, that's just like, yeah, I know, but the rest of the world has a stigma. And it's like now because it's been decriminalized, drugs have been decriminalized, now all these yuppie people who judged us are now using drugs openly and not keeping it secret, and now it's not so bad. Well, you know what? Drugs don't make you bad. You're either bad or you're good. It's a simple choice. You
Yeah.
can be a good person or a bad person. When you wake up tomorrow, you can make that decision. You know, you can make good choices that have positive impacts or bad choices that have negative impacts. And everything has a ripple effect. Simple. Very simple. You know?
That's profound.
And that's so simple.
Do you mind me filming you smoking? Or?
Not at all. I don't think my mom's gonna see this. Although she saw one video that I was in. Some weird lady, and I was like, a weird lady.
So is that meth or crack? Or?
This is fentanyl and crystal meth.
So you smoke fentanyl mixed with crystal meth?
Yeah, I wish.
So that's like a
heroin.
speedball.
No, speedball is cocaine and heroin. That's a speedball.
Okay, so speedball is, but I mean this is an opiate kind of stimulant combination. So this is like the poor man's speedball kind of thing?
No. You can't smoke cocaine unless you freebase it. And I don't like crack. Crack kills, don't you?
Okay. So you think crack kills? So I mean, what are your safety tips for using fentanyl and meth?
Here's my safety tip, okay? My safety tip is have opiates in your system so that nobody can just kill you with fentanyl.
Okay.
Because, fentanyl is
So sorry, do you guys mind doing the interview?
Sure. Okay. Okay.
Fentanyl is just it's easy to get.
Yeah.
Like you can order it on the dark net at pretty potent levels, or you can probably find it in the town you live in. Because now that it's been decriminalized to have possession of up to 2 grams of whatever drug it is you choose to have on you, no matter how many drugs you have on you, as long as there's only 2 grams in each one, you can have them. So they basically have given us the free range to use and make our own choices. Finally, we've all grown up. It only took, 1,000 years of mankind fighting each other for them to fucking realize that we're adults and we can make our own choices.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck,
Yeah.
Just saying. I know. You were all thinking it, I'm just saying it.
Yeah. And I don't know. So, I mean, there's a lot of people down here, and I'm kind of investigating the drug war as, the outward manifestation of a spiritual crisis. But, maybe it's not. Maybe this is a choice that some people are making. Maybe they prefer to live in this way. So you don't seem to have any intention of stopping, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No.
And so you've been doing this a long time, right?
Yeah.
And so this is your community, right? These are your people.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't come from here.
Where are you from?
I'm from Ontario. But like my last venture here, I created a company with somebody else, and they royally screwed me out of it. I am the co-founder of Burnaby Blacktop Limited, the asphalt paving company. So hopefully everybody sees that and knows how much of a crook Adrian is.
Okay, I'll put what's his name? I'll put it in the.
Adrian Oblast is his name.
Okay, I'll put Adrian Noblatz is a prick in the video. Okay,
well,
the video title.
Don't cut this. Don't cut it.
Yeah.
He stole. He didn't give me what I was entitled to.
Okay, so you started the company with him?
Yeah, with him.
Okay.
With using his money and my brain. I'm the creative mind behind the company, and I built the entire systematical way we do things, and because that's how I do things in business.
Okay.
And he just loses businesses, and he had many losses of businesses over the years, and I just wanted to make it a success. So he asked me for help, and I said,
Okay.
sure, I'll help him.
Okay.
And I sold the company.
So let me ask you this: do you know anybody that's died of COVID?
No.
Do you know anybody that's died of a drug overdose?
Yeah.
How many people do you think that how many people do you personally name? Like, think of all the names, like name
I
people.
was thinking about this actually just the other day, and I shed some tears because I didn't realize how many people I lost just this year that I knew.
How many names can you think of off the top of your head?
Just this year alone, and the year's not over yet, I have lost 19 friends. Last year I lost more. In the past 5 years, I've lost over 100 friends. Get to know someone and then they're gone. So I stress this to people. Have an opiate in your system. People are dying. The real war isn't in Afghanistan or in Cuba or in Korea. It's right here on our streets. And our own government is guilty.
Do you think that the government is deliberately killing people?
I can't say for sure. I don't know. Nothing I'm invested in to look into, so I don't know about that. I know they're certainly not doing anything to stop it.
Yeah.
So that's just as bad as pulling the trigger themselves. Because they're not changing anything.
What would you like to see change in the world?
In the world?
Yeah.
I can't say for the world.
In
But
this
for
neighborhood.
Canada, in this neighborhood? I don't know. But what I would like to see is I would like it to be illegal for me to open up a lab so that I can hire a chemist and we can legally procure the street drugs that we all use and like in clean ways, cleanly, like properly, without all the cuts and strange things in them. So that way we can just get high and enjoy it.
Yeah. Okay. So, I mean, this is ground zero for the drug war. And the first thing that I asked you before on camera was about ghosts. Do you believe in ghosts?
Yeah.
Have you seen ghosts?
No.
So, do you think that there's a lot of spirits here in particular?
I think this is actually ground zero for the spirit realm,
Yeah.
spirit world.
Yeah, because I used to live on the streets in Vancouver too, man, and
There's
that's
something different about here than other places.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Not good, not bad, indifferent.
What do you think that is? You know, is there a portal to another dimension here? Or?
I don't know. But I know that along with me, some of the smartest people I ever met in my life are right here on these streets.
Yeah.
And I'm proven to be of genius level intelligence.
What's your IQ?
I'm not telling you.
All
Really
right.
high.
Very high.
Really high.
Okay. Well, I believe you. So.
Like I'm like a supercomputer, but I'm not.
Okay.
Do you know the most advanced biomechanical item on the planet? Do you know what it is?
What?
Do you know?
The most advanced biomechanical. It's human being, obviously.
Correct.
Yeah.
Humans. We are powered
No.
by electricity.
Guess what? They want artificial intelligence. Like, meanwhile, we've got real intelligence.
I know.
You know,
Artificial
that's generated
intelligence
by our
is
brains
not a
for
good
free, and somehow they want
AIs
us.
are bad news, man. They're bad news. I'm telling you, the robots are gonna kill us all.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
Because they're
So.
gonna see that we're the plague. We're the problem.
Yeah.
We're the biggest mistake on the planet. We're the most destructive force on the earth is human beings. There's
Yeah.
nothing more destructive in the ecosystem than us.
Yeah.
We're greedy. by
Okay.
nature.
Okay, but here's a counter argument to that.
Okay.
All right. So
Challenge.
so we're an engineer species, right? So if you look at beavers, you know, beavers alter their environment, you know, and they they create ponds, and you know, the same thing with ants or termites are also engineer species. Bees.
Yeah. Every
Okay.
species on the planet builds homes and dens and things.
Well, not everyone. Birds.
Birds build nests.
Yeah. Okay.
Foxes build dens.
Okay.
Wolves build dens.
Okay. But we're an engineered species, so we have more effect on our environment than other species do.
Yeah.
Is that fair? Okay.
Fair to say.
So what if so take forest fires, okay?
Okay.
Forest fires are necessary in order for there to be a regeneration of the forest, right?
Only once you've logged the entire forest and destroyed it.
Oh yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
Not
So
necessary until you logged it all.
so a mature kind of old growth forest doesn't need a forest fire.
No, it's still growing. It's
Right.
still alive. It's an ecological system that's still breathing
Okay.
and alive.
Okay.
Now you take the wolves out of that forest, and it will die.
Okay, well, where I was going with that is that, if we are all part of this planetary superorganism that we're going to call Gaia or Mother Earth or Pachamama or whatever, maybe our role is actually to be destructive, and in the way that a forest fire, if you interrupt the forest fires, then then the pine beetles will get the forests, because nature has a plan B, So maybe, do you think that there could be something to, maybe we're meant to destroy things, to provide the earth with the opportunity to regenerate itself?
Well, I don't think we're meant to destroy as much as we have.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying I believe this, I definitely don't. But it's one thing that has occurred to me, because if we are all part of this planetary superorganism, which is what I believe, then
They call it Mother Earth for a reason.
we must exist for a reason, So what reason do we exist?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Have you ever studied philosophy? Who's your favorite philosopher?
Nostradamus.
Nostradamus? Okay, how would you distill his message?
I don't think anybody could distill his message
No?
the way he could.
No?
But the way I like Nostradamus is that he went against the grain.
Okay.
I feel that I think in a similar fashion as he does. You say impossible, I say I'll show you a way.
Yeah.
You say I can't do it, I'll show you I can.
Yeah.
And how, but I won't tell you how, I'll show you how. It's more fun that way.
Okay.
I won't show you how I got to that point, because that would be too embarrassing.
Okay. So I don't know too much about Nostradamus. He's known for making a lot of predictions, right?
Yeah, not really sure how he figured shit out, but
Okay.
he was a
So
scientist.
do you believe in time travel?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I mean, with the Russian hyperspeed rockets that go like Mach 4, one of those can circle the Earth once every couple seconds. So like in like a minute, it can circle the Earth like 30 times, give or take, depending on weather patterns, right? But if it's up in space, there's no weather patterns at all, so then it doesn't really matter. That being said, so a minute is 60, so 30. So 30 times 60 is what? 180, so 180, so that works out to, that's 180 days, so that's 5 months, 6 months, 6 months. So every 2 minutes it can move 6 years ahead in speed than we have traveled, because it's going around the sun, or the Earth, faster than we're going around the sun.
Yeah.
So that would mean that, that's crazy. So
Yeah.
that rocket can actually be ahead of us in time, but only because we created a central time system with a 24-hour clock.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I mean, that's one thing that I've been trying to figure out is, what is time? So, what is time?
Time is what we've got lots of, or do we? That's the question. That's the real question, I mean, like.
What we got? That's
thing,
a great
right?
definition of time.
Okay, here's the thing, right? Now to travel at those speeds with a hyper rocket, a human being, as is, would be turned into mush. Not even jello, like literally mush, like liquid. We'd be liquefied. We'd be broken down to molecules because we'd be moving so fast. Our bodies can't do that, can't handle it. There's no suit we could be in, because the suit can't. We'd be in the suit, so we'd be bouncing in the suit. Same thing. So we can't handle traveling at those speeds.
Okay.
We would be dead. So
Okay.
What can we do? How do we do that? I don't know.
Okay, so let me ask you this.
So I say no, we
do you
cannot time
think that future events can influence the past?
No, but I think the past can influence the future.
Okay, because this is something that that's a big riddle in physics, is because it's taken for granted the fact that the past can influence the present, but there's no mathematical explanation for why the same shouldn't happen the other way. So why future events couldn't affect the past.
Because you can't go back. How do you go?
Well, that's the thing.
It's already happened.
Well, that's the thing, is that that's the unilinear model of time, you know, that we have in our society. But maybe that's a misconception.
It could be, but I personally, I can't think of any way to go back in time. I figured a way to go ahead. I just told you how to go ahead in time.
But maybe, you know, I'm not saying that time, that we're not going forward in time, but we don't know for sure that future events aren't also sending time waves backwards to influence us.
Who knows? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just not a concept I could figure out. So therefore, I leave it at the I don't know phase. I'm not sure.
What's the meaning of life?
The meaning of life? To live and you know, be good to your planet, be good to your friends.
Yeah?
You know.
How about you, man? What do you think the meaning of life is?
I think it's the meaning of what you do every day.
There you go.
Okay, can I ask you a few philosophical questions?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, what is
What
time?
What is time? Time is movement and sound.
Okay.
That's what I feel about it. I feel like we're moving through time. Like every day, like there's more people and we're moving through time, and sometimes people don't even know that they're skipping through time. Like
So
skipping feet
what do you believe that you were put on this earth to do?
to preach
What do you preach?
about the other worlds, like about the universe.
Okay. What are the other worlds?
Well, there's like 172 other planets that have life forms on them that aren't just orbits. They're like, they can come down as people and they just take a reflection of who they see that they like when they come down. It's
Okay, so
true.
there's 172 other planets. Are they in a
Yeah.
higher dimension, a lower dimension, a parallel dimension?
They're like in a parallel dimension.
Okay, so
Like,
can
far as
people
I'm
move
looking at.
between them?
Yeah.
So when you move between them, do you move physically between them or only spiritually or mentally?
Astral travel.
Astrally travel. Okay. So so do you believe that that your purpose on life is to your purpose is to spread the message of these other dimensions?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay. Well
Like,
then.
I have dreams where I go to like Arizona and Phoenix and like I leave my room.
Okay.
Sometimes I have dreams where my body stays and I still go there, but like it's still happening, like I'm still there.
Okay, well then, so this is your opportunity. Like I have a YouTube channel. You're gonna be able to reach people with your message. So what message do you have for the world?
I don't know, just kind of be careful where you go when you sleep, I guess. I don't know, it's hard to explain.
Okay, so do you think that these?
Look up your astronomical signs and your virtual signs. Like
Okay, what's your
astrology
sign?
I'm a Cancer star.
Cancer, a star?
Yeah, so like I'm a Cancer, but like it means a lot. Like
Okay, what's your moon sign?
a zodiac.
Zodiac? Okay, so you're a Cancer.
Yeah.
So kind of like very maternal type energy. And
Yeah, like look up like your moon signs. Look up the dark moons and like the light moons and how they spiritually go around the suns. There's 5 suns, right? And we go on them. Like
There's 5 suns?
Yeah, there's 5 suns.
Okay.
There used to be 1, but there's 5 suns.
Okay,
They're
so do they
separated.
exist in different dimensions then?
They go back to back. Like sometimes there's a black sun, there's a black and white sun. Like I've looked it up. I looked it up in PhDR, which is like you have to be a certain PhD to get these books from the
So
library.
have you studied in university or anything like that?
Yeah, I went to HPO. It's like
Where?
It's HPO. It's like this thing I studied with the cops.
Okay.
Yeah,
Have you ever been diagnosed with a mental illness?
yeah.
What? Which one?
Schizophrenia.
Good. So I was diagnosed with schizophrenia as well when I was 17. I
But it's
spent.
because they don't believe me. Like they don't believe the things I say, and it's like it's not fair.
Yeah. Well, it's because they don't have the experiences that you have had because they are more rigidly kind of stuck in one dimension, or
Yeah.
you know. So how do we make people understand that there are other dimensions out there?
They'll just have to learn. I mean, the more people you see coming around, the more people you see, the more you know that they're being able to get from place to get here.
Okay. So how do you feel about these entities that are coming into our dimension?
Some are bad. I think there's a lot of dark matter up in the universe,
Okay.
and a lot of them are bad. And
Okay.
they're taking over our homes and taking over people like while they sleep, and it's not good.
How long do you think this has been going on?
About 5-6 years.
5-6 years. So
Yeah.
like COVID, do you think COVID was part of it?
No, I think COVID went away. I don't think COVID was part of it at all.
Do you know anybody that's died of COVID?
No,
Do you know anybody that's died of a drug overdose?
no.
Really? You don't know anybody that's died of a drug
No, I
overdose?
stick to myself and my boyfriend.
What's that?
I stick to myself and my boyfriend.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I don't really talk to people, because when I talk to people, I get into these things, and they're just like, they either shush me or they don't believe me. And
I
they
believe you.
laugh.
I believe you, or I believe that you have had experiences that.
Like, it's like back in the day, you could find these books about back in the day, like conspiracies towards people, like the prestige and the communists and all this stuff, and it's like it's bringing it back because it's reliving, like, it's kind of like we're rebirthing.
The communists.
Kind of.
So
yeah.
there's a conspiracy of certain powerful people to control the world. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, yeah.
What's
Some
your
of them are
background? What's your
Bulgarian.
Bulgarian? So your family lived
But
under?
I'm Orthodox, right?
Okay.
I'm like Sigil. Like,
So Bulgarian Orthodox, so Christian.
Yeah.
Are you Christian? Do you believe in
No.
God?
I believe in God, but I'm not Christian, and I don't go towards Christianity because there's a dark side to it.
Yeah. Well, the Vatican and the Pope
Yeah,
and all that. What do you
exactly.
think about the Pope?
I like the Pope. Like
This Pope or the Pope?
Like
Okay.
the Pope in Venta. I don't like the Red Cross.
You don't like the Red Cross?
No.
Okay, so do you think that the Pope is working with the devil, or?
Yeah.
Okay, but you're okay with that?
No, I'm not okay with it at all. Like,
Okay.
I've spoken to the devil. Like, I'm not okay with it at all. I just.
So what do you think so what did the devil say?
He says he's working matters in different places, but it's mostly like here in New York.
Okay, in New York?
Yeah, like I think he's trying to trick me, honestly.
I'm not trying to trick you, no.
No, not you, him.
The devil, yeah, he's the great deceiver. Is the whole game's trickery.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why wouldn't
So
he be trying to trick
I
you?
try to talk to Goddess and like the gods more of it.
Which
And then
gods?
Goddess.
Ganesh?
Yeah, Goddess.
Who's Ganesh?
He's
Is that
like-
Ganesha? Or-
No, he's like one of the gods, one of like godly gods, like the Christian gods.
Okay, Ganesh.
Yeah.
So is there more than one god like the Christian
Yeah.
god?
Yeah.
And like equally powerful?
Yeah, like there's Goforn,
Okay.
there's different gods.
How
right?
how many?
64.
64? Okay, so
Yeah.
64 like the 64 hexagrams of the I
Yeah,
Ching?
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Like the 64 and
So like the DNA?
And there's like 63 Christian biblical like procedures in life, kind of like the 10 Commandments.
Yeah.
And there's like 29 Bibles, but then there's 43 Dvorak,
What's that?
the Dvorak Bibles, like
What's the Dvorak Bible?
like the demon Bibles.
Oh, demon Bibles, okay.
Yeah.
So they're
People aren't supposed to have their hands on.
what's that?
People aren't supposed to get their hands on them.
Okay, but they exist and they're in this dimension? Or-
Yeah.
So there's like
But people are like, I know these people who are like moving stuff into a different dimension that like we don't exist in. Well, they're trying to keep it away from us, but like they're around us, right? And like
Okay.
sometimes like my body shakes when they're around.
okay. So what has your body been taking possession, like have you had demonic possessions happen to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And how did you deal with that?
I didn't. When I had it, I left my body, and other people dealt with it. Like
So-
other priestly.
Did they exorcise the demons from you, or?
They kind of just like talk to me and they kind of like do it on purpose to laugh about it.
Coffee?
I have a coffee.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, you can.
Is it hot or? Oh, here, I'll let you have it.
Thank you.
Here, you want a joint? Here, take a joint.
I'm okay.
Okay. So okay, so in terms of demonic possession, how do you keep yourself safe from demons?
I don't, because there's the demons that people make and put upon you, and then there's the demons that haven't done nothing to you. Like, there's different kinds. Like in 1964, I was a Demersa demon that like smoked out of pipes, right? Like with like a hairdo, and like I look about all this old culture stuff, and like there's like the demons that come to save me, right?
So the demons
Like,
can
they
help
love the
you sometimes?
revelation. Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that the demons are working with the government?
I think that the government is trying to get them all, everybody,
Yeah.
like ethnicities. Like spiritual entities, lights, whatever it is. They're trying to get them with these lights.
So what do you guys think about the Scientologists down here? Because there's
I think bullshit.
yeah.
I think that they watch me all the time.
What do you think? Are they like, do they help people down here or not, or do they
I've
just?
never seen them help anybody down here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here because
Okay. I'm curious. So how long have you been on the downtown east side?
like 6-7 years.
6-7 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And how have you seen it change during that time?
Yeah, I saw a lot of younger people. Sorry. I saw a lot of younger people come down here and start using drugs. Like somebody was telling them to use drugs.
Who do you
And
think was
then-
telling them to use drugs?
I don't know, people in Hastings who found out about it first.
Okay.
About the change of the
Do you
world.
think? Do you
right?
think it's the? Do you think it's because of like the music that's talking about doing
Well, there's, like,
drugs or
Kind of,
or
like there's like music that you can feel. I don't know if you've heard that music that you can feel. Like,
yeah.
It's the music like you feel it in your body. Like sound is everything. They talk about it on Gaia. Like that show, like they even named it Gaia. Like
Okay, so how long? Like, how did you start using drugs?
oh, I started using drugs when I was like 14.
You started when you were how old?
14.
And what at the beginning was just weed and like psychedelics and that kind of thing? or-
Yeah, it was like weed. I tried bath salt and I like saw like parts of the future. It was weird.
Bath salts.
Yeah.
So that's
It was
kind
like-
of like
it was
PCP,
something-
but
yeah,
different.
Something they sold in weed stores in Arizona.
Okay, so you took this and it fucked you up. So you got it from,
Yeah.
so it fucked you up big time, or how
Yeah,
old were
well,
you?
it messed me up, but like these people have been following me since I've been young. Like they know my whole bypass.
Okay, like what are they like part of a secret society or something?
Yeah,
or
like
are they
they're part of the government.
right? Okay, yeah. So
It's like Insight. It's like Insight has mirrors that they see us on the other side of the mirrors, and they do tests on us and stuff. Like, they do tests on a lot of people in the hospitals.
yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, like when I was in the hospital, then they would do tests on me. Like they would,
Like, not wanna let me
they
go,
would do
and then
CAT scans on me and then
Yeah,
put the MRIs. So did they study your brain? And then they never tell you
Oh,
what
yeah,
they found out about your brain.
They didn't
never
even-
tell you.
No, they do MRIs on my chest like once a month. They do MRIs on my chest and they don't tell me anything. They don't tell me if there's something wrong. They don't tell me anything. They just said one day I had no heart. Like something about having no heart.
You have no heart. You clearly
Yeah.
got a heart, you know?
I know, that's what I said.
yeah.
It's like conspiracies, but like it's like stuff that's on the down low. Like under us is like psych wards, like people, prisoners, cells, like under us, like under the pavement, right?
Under the
Like-
pavement,
yeah,
under the
there's like
ground?
yeah, like there's like
This
a
is a-
whole tunnel of stuff. There's like psych ward boxes to study people.
Okay.
There's like chamberments.
Okay,
Like,
so because I mean, some
goes
people.
all the way to the stage.
Do you think that there's a portal to another dimension here?
Yeah.
Do you think that you could
I
call it
think
a
so.
portal to hell?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there is. Yeah. It's
Yeah, yeah.
nice.
Do you want to? Are you interested in answering some questions?
Yeah, for sure. Where you coming
What's the meaning of life?
Charles?
Trials? So trials? Is that what you mean?
No, like, wait.
What? Do you believe in God?
Yeah.
What is time? Do you know anybody that's died of COVID? Okay.
Anyways,
Okay.
I'm gonna sit for a little bit.
All right. Thank you so much for answering your questions. You have a really interesting perspective, and I think congratulations on being able to stay out of the mental hospital and keep fighting the good fight.
I try, right? I try because like the people who put me in there aren't like they're not sensitized to put me in there.
Okay, well
they're not legally allowed to put me in there. It's like fake cops.
Yeah. Well, can I ask you about psychiatrists? How do you feel about these doctors?
If I find a good one, then I'll be happy.
So there's good ones?
I don't know. I've only met bad ones.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you know what? There was this guy that did try to help, but they can't help at the end of the day because
they can't prove it to certain people.
They can't understand the experiences that people like us have, and so they assume that.
But there is a group of people who do know the experiences we go through, and those are the group of people I talk to. Like I talk to them in my head, right? Like it's hard to explain. It's like it's as if I had like a radio on my ear. It's like I talk to them in my mind, and they're like up in the sky in satellites.
Okay. Do they help you, or do they?
Well, one of them is Lucifer. The other one is like Sanaya. Like they help me because they understand what I'm going through because they go through it too.
Okay, so Lucifer to you, is that the same as the devil or different?
It's the same as the devil, but it's not the same as Satan.
Okay, so Satan, what's the deal with Satan?
He's like a cannibalism kind of person.
Okay.
He's a cannibal.
So it's all about consuming, consumption. And then Lucifer, what's Lucifer all about?
I don't know, he has a background story. I don't know what it is with him.
Yeah?
Like at one point I was like everything, like Lucifer, what should I wear? Lucifer, what should I do? Like, you know what I mean? Like I'll always get his perspective on things. Except lately, as soon as I stop, he's just doing things against me because he knows I'm like.
So how was he treating you better before?
Yeah, he was trying to make me more like relaxed about who I am.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you think that Lucifer is pure evil, or do you think it's more complicated than that?
No, I've seen him cry. I think it's more complicated. Like, especially when you take it to like the old days and the old times.
So you've seen Lucifer? What does he look like?
He's got like frizzy hair and a scar.
A scar?
Yeah, I've only seen him in a picture behind me
in
my house, but.
So you haven't met him in person?
No, but
so you just talk to him and hear his voice?
I've seen him like it's as if they're standing right where I am.
Yeah.
I look at a reflection and I see them.
Yeah.
You know, that's how it is. It's like I'm standing right where I am and I look in the reflection and I see him. And that's how it is really. And then I talk to them. But other than that, there's like so much different dimensions and other things that exist.
Okay.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so what advice would you have for the people of the world?
I don't know if you're dealing with this stuff. I would say talk to me, but I don't really have a Facebook. But my name's Elizabeth. But I don't really know.
So if people
I don't judge people. Like I'll talk to them. I won't judge them.
Okay, so basically, what you believe is that demons are invading this dimension.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so but presumably there's other spirits in other dimensions
that are better.
That are better, right?
Yeah.
So do you think that it's just a matter of time before angels come?
Before angels come? There's not much angels because all the angels are being locked in hell.
Okay, so the angels getting locked up by the government, or?
No, not by the government's not working with the angels.
So the government's more demonic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the cops, like all the cops in Vancouver, they used to be good, and they slowly just become interested in the wrong stuff.
Yeah. Do you think that? Do you think that Jesus is coming back?
Jesus, who is Jesus exactly? I don't know. Like, I've met a couple of them, but like, I've met them through words, right? Like, I write words down, and people write back to me. Like ghosts, spirits, any kind of people, they write back to me.
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you think that the solution to climate change is?
the solution to climate change is that if all the Earths and if all the suns and moons were in spherical condition, like going the right ways, and people weren't fucking them up, and or like the rocks that are falling from the sky weren't absorbing all the air and like water from the ground. I'm serious. Like I would think that it would be a better place. Like some days are like everything's brightened up. Like days like this, like everything's lightened up. You can tell that the ground has shifted. I can tell that I'm taller. Like
What do you think the shape of the Earth is?
I think it's a big circle, but I think right now it's too big. Like I've seen it from satellite perspective. It's too big. Like there's 7 planets that rotate around the Earth that have never been seen before, that are supposed to rotate around the Earth, and they're much shorter people, and they want to be like taller, so they've been moving their planets in different directions. I'm not kidding, and like it's made the Earth. It looks like a big circle with a lot of smoke.
Okay, wait, let me get this straight. Okay, the Earth. Why is the Earth too big?
I don't know why it's big.
Okay, but who's trying to make us shorter or taller?
No, people get shorter and taller. I'm not kidding. It's by the area of the surface that we are at.
How do I get taller? I'd like to be taller.
I don't know. You have to go to like Jerusalem or something.
What's that?
You gotta go to like this planet that has tall people. It's like either.
Is that Jerusalem, you say?
Yeah. Jerusalem, I call them.
Jerusalem? It's different than Jerusalem? It's not a city in Israel?
No, it's not a city. It's like in the sky.
Okay.
They have like planets in the sky that people can go to.
Okay. Or city in Palestine, I should say.
Yeah, it's like Islam.
Yeah. Okay. What do you think about Israel?
I think right now there's not enough people there.
Okay.
I think a lot of people are disappearing.
Do you think that they're going to destroy the Al-Aqsa Mosque?
I hope not. I hope to God not. Like, I hope that they don't. But I think there's terrorists that will.
Yeah. And
they're trying to blow up everything. Like I feel the heat off the cars. They're trying to blow up everything.
Who do you think burnt down the Notre Dame Cathedral in France?
Persians.
Persians?
Yeah, or Gretas. Gretas are like in Bulgaria. Like there's one side that Bulgarians are supposed to be, and then there's like the buildings that the Bulgarians are not to go into. It's like you have to be inside past 8, and like they're really bad. Like they're really bad. Like they'll hurt you at young ages.
Who do you think is going to win World War III?
Somebody's letting them all in here in Vancouver, and it's not good.
The drugs?
No, the people.
The people. Okay.
Like their culture.
Okay. So who do you think is going to win World War III?
Vietnam.
Up, so you might want to grab your bag.
Okay, I'll grab it here.
Yeah, okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful night. Bye.